Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada around the world. My name is Tahir. I'm a fellow Roost Issue of Canada broker of record for City Pro Realty Brokerage, and also I'm the founder and president of Texas Construction Inc., a HCRA licensed builder and vendor. And I want to talk to you about rising housing ownership costs in 2025. We have a situation where interest rate is potentially going down based off the inflation rate. We're expecting another reduction from Bank of Canada, the benchmark rate. And there is a balance between interest rate and the property value. It has to do with the ownership and affordability. How much you can afford, how much can you buy, how much saving you have. So we look at quite a scenario why I am saying that the rising of home ownership costs in 25 will be higher. There is a first principle is supply and demand. When supply is short, demand is high, it increases the value. Because buyer wants to buy it with a bargain and there's a lot of sales happening. If there is no demand, you have a very significant inventory, and nobody's buying it, it's a seller, and then we have a challenge. It has to do with affordability. You have more demand, price will go up. You have less demand, price will go down. Normal case. And this is exceptional or general case because you will have to look at many factors involved with that. Why the price is going up? Because recently you have seen in October 23rd, Bank of Canada introduced interest rate. The biggest concern that we have right now, affordability issue, is that people who have the mortgage 2% or less or close to 2%, their renewals are coming. And if somebody is looking at 5-year fix, it's going to double your payment. And your affordability become questionable, your ability to make payment. And these are all factors involved with that. But if I'm looking at a report now, Toronto Regional Real Estate Board TREB Market Watch, there's a public information. They are showing a price increase of 2.6% from 2023 to 2024 November, because data is in for November. So that means 2.6% has already increased from last November to this November 24. So it shows that trend is changing. We're going to go through trend in 2024 showing what happened in the January, February, March, April, May, up to November now. So trend is showing that the price is going up. Remember that these are based on all transactions through Toronto Regional Real Estate Board. It does not include ITSO, it does not include other MLS system, it does not include the builder or private sales. They are not exclusive. You have to remember one thing, we are, as a real estate professional, member of URIA, we have requirements where if we are doing an exclusive listing, we can only keep it for 3 days. After that, it has to go to MLS. Because I just got an inquiry about resale of a bigger project somewhere in North, and I say, I can't do it. In 3 days, you can't sell a development project. Number two, you need to put it on MLS so people have access to it. how many people we will be emailing to send information. So beside the point, so supply and demand is a big issue. Number two, what are the other factors? Construction cost. Today, I just returned because I'm a licensed builder. I went to Toronto Convention Center and attended the home builder exhibition, expo. Get to meet technology, construction, innovation, air, wall, metal, wood framing, you name it. Technology is advancing. All these companies are investing money to compete with each other. Like realtor, we compete with each other. We follow the same law that Trust in Real Estate Services Act, which regulates the business through the Real Estate Council of Ontario, and that's the law, and we follow all of them. The only difference between us and anybody else, between the realtors, is experience, knowledge, and credentials someone has. And being a builder, licensed builder with HCRA, Housing Construction Regulatory Authority, and build custom homes that provide 7-year warranty, we have experience, knowledge about construction industry and how the houses are built. We've been helping right now on people with the illegal basement or a problem with the house. We have construction, a team, and we have professional engineers that do inspection. So we talk about in various programs. So when the construction cost is going up, how do you hold back the price of a house? If people are not selling the house because they cannot upgrade, unless they're downsizing, they're going to lose some money, so they don't want to downsize now. But people who want to upgrade, they can wait. They have the best opportunity right now because there is a reduction in prices based on specific location where you are. And this is important for you. Remember, these information that I'm sharing with you are general. You need to ask specific questions. You have to call me directly, 416-451-3489, or any competent professional in the jurisdiction that can help you and explain you this. If cost of construction is not going down, how do you anticipate or expect the cost of the house will go up? You're going to the builder. Lots of projects were canceled, especially the condominium one. Still, there are bargains and opportunity. Right now, you have about 3 weeks before January hits, before clock changes, and people get, hey, with 25, let's increase the price, because you are expecting a price, interest rate reduction by Bank of Canada on 11 December, and one increase reduction is coming in January, because inflation rate is about 2% now. It's gone up a little bit from 1.64 to 2%, but they're comfortable. So it depends now. The bank will give you 1/4 point or give you 0.5%. I think they should do 0.5% to stimulate the economy, because government is not getting any revenue because sales are down overall. And everybody, the lawyer, the inspector, the banks or lenders, real estate agent, broker, inspector, planner, everybody is affected, especially in renovation business, plumber, electrician, painter. They are affected because people are not selling their home, and they're focused on more toward upgrading, renovating a house, or get a legal permit to get income. Once is you have a second dwelling, excuse me, permit from the city. Each city has this, and this is, I think we talk about why and when you read a building permit in a last episode we had last Thursday. So it's very, very important for you to know that if cost of construction is going up, if cost of insurance to construct a house or renovate or legal basement going up, cost of transportation, gasoline, all consumable items are going up, how do you expect the house price will go down? We're going to talk about the projection from Canadian Real Estate Association as well, because we have a data. They're forecasting it. So if the cost of material is going up, so that means if people are holding on to their property, if they're going into renovation or creating a illegal basement apartment, in my construction company, we are helping people. So if you need a design, you need site plan approval, or you need a building permit, we can do all of that. And not only we can provide you this, we can also build it for you according to Ontario Building Codes and Planning Act, all the regulation from the city. As a licensed builder, PAR is high, responsibility obligation is high. We follow code of ethics. We follow strictly comply regulation, whether it's federal, provincial, or city bylaws, zoning codes. We follow them strictly. So we are not people who just walk from the streets and give you a discounted price and you say, yeah, I want to go ahead. We provide warranty. And lots of people, even in fact, I met somebody at the show. I may be going to Markham next week sometime to renovate an existing home. This is the option. Most of the people are doing it. So if our inventory is not increased and a lot more buyers are interested to buy it, because end of this month we're going to switch to next year, there's going to be a competition. I can tell you next 2-3 weeks before Christmas or during Christmas or before end of the year, there will be a lot of competition on properties, I say up to $1.2 million. Because for $1 million, you can't buy much. So it depends again, when you want to buy, when you're working with, engaging with a real estate professional, either you have a broker representation, you have a designated buyer or seller representation agreement, you will get opinion about these things. And this is very important for you to know what is the value of your neighborhood or streets, whether you want to buy or you own it, that you want to sell it. So it's very, very important for you to understand that cost is gone up. So if you want to switch to it, right now, there could be potential that you will buy now. This is the best time to buy the property if you can. People who are stuck, whose mortgage are expiring or they are coming soon to a renewal, they can't afford it because of employment issues or other matters, they will have to dispose of the property. So you put together a package and evaluate and put together a proposal and give an offer to buy now. But in 25, you will be paying more. So if 2.6% increase in November, we're going to look at the overall. So, and then obviously we have it's taking longer to sell, 24%, and property on the market is 25.6%. So taking longer to sell. Okay. So average price in 416 for a detached home, they don't talk about number of beds, how many square footage, nothing. It's just an average based on 2,669 transactions in November. The average price is 1.695 million in 416 and 1,369,000 rounded in 905 area. 905 area has a Mississauga, Brampton, Oakville, Milton. So these are generic. If you want to ask very specific price for your property, before I give you opinion, you need to sign the RICO guide. You have to read that. You have to sign a seller representation agreement. Even if you want opinion for 1 day, you need to sign that agreement, because I cannot give you opinion, cannot provide you service, cannot show you a property unless you are registered. You sign an engagement commitment with a brokerage or designated buyer or seller representation agreement. This is very, very important. So people lots of people think, realtors are now restricted in certain things to perform. So we're going to take a short break now, and we'll come back and we'll continue our conversation, rising home ownership cost in 2025.
अगर आपको दुबई या मिडिल ईस्ट नुमा जेवरात की तलाश है तो आपको दूर जाने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं। आज ही हमारे मिसिसागा रिचवे स्टोर तशरीफ लाइए। अल करम ज्वेलर्स। हमारे पास सोने के बेहतरीन कंगन, कड़े, झुमके, हार और सोने के सेट्स भी दस्तयाब हैं। शादी हो या मेहंदी या कोई भी फंक्शन, आपकी पसंद के तमाम जेवरात आपको हमारे स्टोर में मौजूद मिलेंगे। आज ही हमारे स्टोर पर तशरीफ लाइए। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, 3465 प्लैटिनम ड्राइव, यूनिट 99, मिसिसागा, या फिर कॉल करें 905-828-0009। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, फरमाइश आपकी, गारंटी हमारी।
Thinking of buying or selling real estate? Call us today. We are one-stop solution provider for your real estate needs. Our commission plans to meet your budget. Buy, sell, or build. We can help. Think of us today. Call us at 905-785-9923. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Thank you.
Chai Social, the best kadak chai in town.
Aromatic, delicious, and
Zabardast, bahut ala chai, ala churro chai. Chai.
it's creamy.
Flavor भी बहुत अच्छा था, consistency भी अच्छी थी और thick chai बहुत कोई कड़क चाय थी। Thank you.
I think she says and double that.
I come here. My husband comes here every day.
Oh, thank you.
Very refreshing. I love it.
चाय आपकी बहुत जबरदस्त, बिल्कुल घर वाली चाय, कड़क चाय का मजा लेता हूँ, घर वाली चाय।
हमारा सीजन ऑफर था 2024 का for देसी बाइकर्स ऑफ कैनेडा। चाय सोशल स्पॉन्सर, we want to thank the team of Chai Social. Absolutely great experience, great kadak chai,
Best kadak chai in town.
Absolutely.
Is Chai Social.
100%.
Thank you
Everybody
so
loved it. We appreciate your support, and hopefully we can count on you in the future.
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस, जहां आपकी तमाम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस की जरूरियात पूरी होंगी। हमारे पास आपको हर टॉप ब्रांड मौजूद मिलेगा, चाहे वो वर्लपूल हो या एलजी, सैमसंग हो या जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक्स। हम इन सब के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। आइए और हमसे 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ उठाइए। हम आपको तमाम अप्लायंसेस सबसे बेहतर और सस्ते दामों पर फराहम करेंगे, ये हमारी गारंटी है। विजिट आवर वेबसाइट www.dixieelectronics.ca या फिर हमें कॉल कीजिए 905-625-5900. At Dixie Electronics and Appliances, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
HK Movers, home, offices, apartments and delivery, big or small, we move it all.
HK Movers.
Local and long distance, we also ship cars, Keller transport and moving services.
For service with a smile, give us a call.
Call Mr. Harminder 416-524-6704.
416-524-6704 पे.
Visit 140 Advanced Boulevard, Unit number 10, Brampton.
Long distance moving specialist.
HK Movers. HK Movers.
Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment, Canada, around the world. My name is Tahir. I'm a fellow of Realty Issue of Canada, broker of record for City Pro Realty in Brookage, and we're talking about rising home ownership costs in 2025. Based on the prediction that we have now, the cost is going up. I was just looking at the Korea. They are saying nationwide 7.7% increase in home sales in Canada based on Korea data for November. and number of transactions, 30% increase overall across Canada. So that shows you what's happening. If sales is going up, that means there is a demand. People are coming back to the market. And I'm going to talk to you about the projection. I have noticed that the sales transaction historically, they're talking about 24 and 25 will be even higher than 24. So they are saying that average price, residential sale price, is 700,000 across Canada. Is going up. Right now we are close to 700,000. This is a Canadian Real Estate Association data available to the public as well. So now sale activity, they are expecting 5.2% increase as compared to 23 to 24 for 24. So sale Canada-wise, okay, and then projection 25 is 6.6% increase based on almost 500,000 houses are to be sold in 25 as compared to 468,909 projected for 24, which is a 5.2 high. So that means 24 will have a more sale and then 25 will have a lot more sale. And let's talk, because we are in Ontario, let's talk about Ontario. In 24, we're expecting in Ontario 1.5% increase in sales in across Ontario. This is based on all MLS data available to Korea, Canadian Real Estate Association. Now, in 25, guess what? They are projecting sales to go 9.9%, almost 10% increase in 25. What is the reason? If sale is going up 9.9, I'm going to show you how it increased month by month in 24. And this is why I'm saying you're going to end up paying more money if you have to acquire the property in 25. So this is the data available. And I think I share on my 44th Global Connectivity Conference this data. Now let's look at the average price. 24, we're expecting Canada-wide, this is a Korea information, 0.9% forecasted for 24 across Canada. Remember, this cost does not include any private deals. It does not include anything sold by the builders. And because they're not on MLS, lots of builders will restrict, even they give you assignment, but they will not allow you to put on MLS. And they are projecting, so let's say about 1% increase from last year to this year. I just shared with you that in November to November, we have increased 2.6% already. So I'm expecting the more sale. I projected that before. The sale for December 24 will exceed the sale of 23. Our average price hopefully slightly increase as compared to what we have in 2023. So they're projecting Canada-wide 4.4% increase in 25. That's a projection forecasting by Korea. Let's talk about Ontario. As compared to 23, in 24, average price decline minus 6.3%. If you bought in 23 and now in 22 and you sold in 23, it was minus 6.3, and now based on this 24, they are projecting minus 1.6% in Ontario. They're showing negative. Korea is showing negative across Canada. Average price based on number of transactions. So they're expecting, average price. But they are projecting that for 25, we're going to have a 2.4 increase in average price. So you're looking at 2.5 and 3% normal market appreciation of a property. When you have so much ups and downs, I think everything is settled now. So this is very, very important for you to, when you are thinking about buying or selling, you have to think about when can we buy it? Should we buy now? And what is the best options that we have? And this is why it's very, very important for us to recognize that. So now in Toronto, Ontario, in Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, the average house of a semi-detached is 1.245 in 416, 1.248 or 9 million in 416, and 956,789 in 905 area. A townhome is 335,000 in 416, and townhome in 905, 637,390. So you can see that if we're going to share, I'm going to talk to you about other month, what is progress and how we improve the value and the quantity and sizes and average prices. So you have an idea. Trend is that it's going up. It's not going down. Especially for new construction, when you buy a house from a builder, you cannot expect that they're going to give you a throwaway price. Obviously, the builder have to adjust the prices based on the market condition. And this is where supply and demand becomes a big issue, and focus is the government is allowing, federal government has a program. We have a minister of, federal ministers, what is his name, Ms. Valdez, Richie Valdez, she's an MP in my streetsville riding, and also federal minister for small business. She will share some information, is on the realtycoffeetalk.com. You can watch that. So government is providing funds. Ontario government has a deadline to build 1.5 million houses in 10 years. They have given incentive and to expedite the approval process. They modified some Planning Act and allowed a lot of changes. There are lots of issues in terms of building a high-rise in a very exclusive community. And these are the challenges we're facing. But at the end of the day, it's about supply and demand. Do we have enough houses to sell? Probably not. We have a lot of immigration coming in, lots of challenges. So this is very, very important to understand that these trends are the construction costs not going down. So value or the construction of the new home is not going down. And since interest rates are going up, going down, and now price is going to start up. This all depends on the buyer's motivation. Seller's motivation to sell the property on the list price, or they're willing to negotiate with you lower than the list price, or buyer's motivation to negotiate a better deal and willingness to increase through counter negotiation. But these are ethical issues, and how a client is protected by the real estate professional who is registered by RICO, and they need to protect their client and keep information confidential and not to show motivation. At the end of the day, either you have a house or you don't have a house. So you need an experienced person to help you negotiate and navigate through complex matter. Don't cut corners. You need to hire a professional. You're buying or making decision, most expensive decision, financial decision of your life. And if you have a problem with paying some money to provide service and you make commitment, I tell you, during this pandemic, so many complaints, so many people call me and get me, they are stuck. Averagely, 250 to 500,000 they were down as compared to what they bought, because they were on a hype, they were buying it, they did not consult with any realtor professional. This is why the RICO guide RICO information guide for residential commercial come in please look and pay attention why they are saying, consumer, we are there to protect you. We license realtors to help you. And they are trained, they have experience. And obviously, you have to interview quite a few to choose who can be helpful to you to make sure that you're making a wise decision, informed decision, educated decision to buy or sell a property. Now we're talking about condo townhome, condo apartment, 713,364 in 416 and 637,390. Again, for viewers, this is an average price based on Toronto Regional Real Estate Board data, and they're amalgamated with quite a few boards. And this is all condominium, and this is the average price. You need to have your house evaluated. If you need my help, you can call my office 905-785-9923. And if you are trouble in getting financing or refinancing or purchase financing, you can call Canada Express Mortgage, Inc., license number 13241. I am a principal broker of Canada Express Mortgage, and you can call 905-785-9926. I will direct you to our broker who can help you, because real estate, financing, and construction, they go all in hand. They're all separate organizations, and we are there to protect and assist consumer professionally, ethically, and we promote good business practices, because good ethics is a good business for us. Now, let's talk about year-over-year change. This is why it's very important. So, if you are looking at the average price for a detached home, I'm talking about 416 and 905 together, 3.9% increase from last November to this November. Semi-detached increased 1.7% on both location. And townhome increased average price 0.8%. And condo apartment minus 2.5. Highest decrease of condo price was in 905 area, minus 7.6. So you have an idea where the trends are. So now I'm going to very quickly give you information about why I am saying that you buy the property now if you want to buy. So when we started in January, we have only 4,177 deal, and our average price was 1,025,226 in January. In February, we jumped almost, I would say, almost 80,000. In March, we jump again another 11,000. Then in April, we jumped again another 34,000. And in May was the highest average price shown on Toronto Regional Real Estate Board Market Watch. Average price was 1,165,541. This is based on 6,978 transactions. After that, in June, it came down, I would say, 4,000. In July, it went down almost, I would say, 55,000 is gone down in July. And in August, again, it went down further from July to August. And another, I would say, 34,000. Then in September, it picks up, gain back from 1,074,014 to 1,106,816. It picks up the average price. Then in October, it went further up, another 32,000 increase in September, and in October. In November, average price went down 28,000. But if you look at the overall average price, based on 65,877 transactions in 23, an average price of 1,126, 266 in 23. In 24, we already are at 64,277, and our average price now is 1,120,300. So we definitely going to exceed our sale target to beat 23. We're going to have more sale. Depending on the number of transactions, because now people are in a buying mood now because of interest is going down, and they have the opportunity, and they know that when the interest rate goes down, prices go up. So they're going to buy it. I am hoping they will exceed the average price of 2023 as compared to this. So I'm expecting about 1,129,000 an average price of this property for this year. And remember, this is generic. This is based on all transactions through Toronto Regional Real Estate Board and shown on the Market Watch. So idea again is, if house that you want to buy and that you can afford it is available now, buy it. If you cannot afford it, you will have a difficulty to upgrade. You also have to look at your renewal now mortgage coming in. OFSI has removed the condition of a stress test for if you're maintaining with a lender or you're going buying it somewhere else, and you're maintaining the term of the same mortgage and also the amount. You may not need a stress test for conventional mortgage. Remember, the conventional mortgage, there is a risk that bank or lender has to take. That's why appraisal is very important. Remember, when you're buying and selling, appraisal is very key. Always have a budget, also have a contingency funds. And if you have not watched our episode, you go to realtycoffeetalk.com or directly to Realty at YouTube at the rate of Realty Coffee Talk, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn. Make informed decision. Start learning today. So get yourself prepared. Each transaction is different. Each location is different. A community is different. Each street is different. So these are the average price that is put out by Market Watch of Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, is available publicly. I'm sharing some information. But if you have a specific home, you need to discuss, you need to develop a strategy to how you want to sell the property. Because sometimes your needs are important. They're not being met because of the price that is available in the market. So eventually you can end up taking it off the market if you can afford it. Some people will be stuck. They can't even afford it, so they might have to offload the property. So it all depends. But I'm telling you, there's going to be hype in next 3 weeks during Christmas holiday and during this week holiday season. So I wish you all the best and be safe. And if you have any question, you can call me directly at 416-451-3489, or you call my office 905-785-9923. We're more than happy to guide you. But remember that we have a RICO information guide that we have to share with you. You have to provide your email and read that, go through with you, and then you have to sign either buyer representation agreement or seller representation agreement or designated seller representation. That means you want me to help you. And if you decide not to list the property, you want to cancel it, that's okay. At least we have fulfilled the regulatory requirement. Without that, we cannot show you a property because you're not a client. We cannot help you to buy a property. We cannot send you emails to solicit business with you. No. And lots of agents are sharing exclusive listing. And they need to be very careful because they have to have a listing. And it only has to be 3 days exclusive listing. Otherwise, it has to go to MLS. So people make promises. Make sure you put them everything in your listing agreement or BRA agreement. So if you want to buy now, call my office 905-785-9923. I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you for watching. Realty Coffee Talk is aired or Awaz Entertainment around the world every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope that you will provide a feedback to us and a call. If you want to advertise on our channel, please call me or call the number 647-484-0018. I have a special package arranged for you to get advertised 15 times a day on a television for 30 days for $500 plus HST. Or you can sponsor if you want to come to my show and talk about your product and services. We'll be more than happy to welcome you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. May God bless you all. May God bless Canada. Bye for now.